Morning, y'all. It's me, Niecielynn. This is July 3rd. Nearly happy July 4th. Yay. And this is Flosstube 30. I can't believe we're up to 30 already. I do have the phone on shut up because last week that's what happened. My phone rang and I instinctively reached to make it stop because I was filming. And when I touched the screen, it shut it off, and I don't know how to edit, so that was the end of that. So my daughter said, Mom, we should have just gone on filming, and then I could have spliced them together for you. But I'm just that kind of person that just, so then I was just like, I'm just uploading it and we're done. And so that's where we're at. So I do have the phone on shut up, and so hopefully we will just sail right through. We had a big storm here last night. If we don't go too long, I cleaned most, picked stuff up. I had big wrought iron furniture out there, and it was, one of the chairs was in the pool. I tore the little girl's playhouse apart. My neighbor had to come over and get all his shed. A bunch of it was in my yard. So it was like crazy times. And we had gone to get, James Williams called and said, do you want to go get a hamburger tonight instead of Friday? Because we do still, once they open everything back up, we have been going out to eat twice a week at the places we usually go, and we had just been, picking it up from there. But so we went over there, and when we came back, this big storm had happened, and I got a tree down, but it's a trash tree, it's a hackberry, so it can get all chopped up because they're horrible. So we're gonna jump right in here with questions and comments. First, though, I never know what to do with these first or not. I got a beautiful letter from Ann. And if y'all don't know Ann is so sweet, and I can't get it out of the thing now. Lord have mercy. And she's so sweet. We write each other back and forth a couple of times now, and I've enjoyed it. She makes the most beautiful cards. Look at this card. When you get something from Ann, you've got something. And she also wrote quilt books with her sister, Ann Seeley. So I did order those and got them, and I will show you what that led me to this week. So Ann and Nail and Janelle and Tracy and Darlie, y'all get ready to just be snickering and lighting candles for me, because y'all gonna be praying, because it's gonna be bad. And then I had a rough week last weekend. Mimi was here on Friday, wasn't feeling good. I called the doctor, they called her in some medicine. After I filmed, all this happened. And she has a UTI. She tripped while she was here, scared the crap out of me. She just kind of misstepped. And the girls had a little thing of sequins on the table. A little tiny thing of sequins. And they went, of course, everywhere, which I don't care about. We sucked them all up with a vacuum, and I still find them, and it cracks me up. I'll be finding them for 75 years. It's like Shadow Ray's red hair when they were witches that year at Halloween. I found that long red witch hair wig in my yard for 10 years till we moved. I swear, it was hilarious. But it scared me. It really scared me. So when we got to the doctor, she's down 9 pounds. We're having a heart. She's just not hungry. She's just not hungry. So when y'all send me nice messages and send me mail, I appreciate it so much. I feel like I'm a super blessed person and super lucky and blessed, and I'm very grateful. But everybody just kind of has those crap weeks. I got in a huge fight with James Williams on Sunday and spent the day gone because I done told y'all he got way too much church and not enough Jesus, probably no Jesus. And when he starts waving that crazy flag, sometimes I can just walk away from his parade. Sometimes, however, I run over there and snatch that crazy flag out of his hands and go to beating him in the head with it, because I am not going to be out crazy sometimes. And that's what happened Sunday morning. So then when I get upset, then my colitis flares up. I have stomach problems. I don't know if I've told you I have lupus. Anyway, this is all to say that I appreciate when y'all send me kind messages and stuff on Facebook and on YouTube and Instagram. Everybody needs kind words sometimes, and everybody needs a little pick up, a little happy. And so Ann sends me cards and letters and things, and then I got this beautiful card from Danita. She sent me a thing saying, I wanted to send you a little bit of happy. And I was like, okay, well, you don't have to do that. Look what she found. She found the bittersweet season. I could not believe it. One of my unicorns. I could have died. I was just like, oh my gosh. So I've got to get the stuff ordered to do it, to get it done, because I'm so excited. And so thank you so much, Danita. Y'all always, I don't know, the universe knows, and y'all know, I guess, when I need some things. And then the other, I got this cute card. Look at these adorable little dogs on here. Isn't that the cutest thing? They're so dang cute. And this is from Cheryl, and this prompted me to start because she sent me these two things. This beautiful Lindy Stitches, Mr. and Mrs. Delicious. Y'all know I have a bird thing. And then my very first long dog sampler called Dawn Chorus. It is beautiful. And y'all know I love my birds, and that's one of the things that's all knocked down out there is a lot of my bird feeders. Dawn Chorus by Long Dog Sampler. So this will be my first long dog, and it is so beautiful. And then there was a chart in here that will be in my whips, and this I want to use in it because she sent me this silk thread here. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? And there's like 10 tons of it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful, beautiful. It says Silks for You. So thank you, Cheryl, and thank you, Danita, and thank you, Ann, so much. Y'all don't know how much I needed that this week, because I really did. It was, it's been a week and a weekend and a week. So the girls weren't here a lot this week. Micah kept them some. So I did get, I went off down a little rabbit hole, and so y'all see where I went with all my craziness. So Patricia, and we'll go into questions now. Patricia asked us my Welcome Summer thread conversion. I believe it is posted now on my Instagram and on last week's video. Double check me. If not, let me know. They should both be there. Laura and Susie were asking about the Blackbird's Linden Library. You have to go to the Friends of Blackbird Designs on Facebook, and I'll try to link them down here. And you have to be an active member of it for a while before you can join the Linden Library. That way, they can just get to know you, see that you really are a stitcher, that you're not, you know, just a creeper or somebody like this. So I will try to link that down here. But you have to join that one and be active in it for a while before you can join the Linden Library and borrow charts from it. And it is just charts that are out of print and hard to find of Blackbird are in there. And Stitchers are kind enough, and Patricia Geary is kind enough to ramrod all that in Stitchers, and she are kind enough to loan them and put some in there, and you just pay postage on it, and then you stitch it and return it. Now, when you get it, you need to stitch it and send it back, but it is a way to get some of them that are just impossible. They're just impossible to get some of them, so that is super great. So also, before I forget, one of y'all had asked, I was stitching with a big needle, and I told y'all I just grab anything I have. And then I found that this week when because I got some whips together and got them started. I did some starts this week. And I think this is what I did. This is a John James 24-26 tapestry. Let me see if I can put something behind it and get it to focus here. Is that gonna focus now? There you go, maybe. No? Maybe there. It's a size 24-26 John James tapestry needle. I think these are the ones that I'll show you in a minute and see. These are the thicker, coarser needles. And I think one day at the Stitch Niche, I just grabbed these instead of the others, and that's okay. They work great for me because I'm not picky. Amy asked, is there a welcome for each season? This is Welcome Summer here. I had my Welcome Spring. Yes, there is one for every season, and I intend to stitch them and put them on my little toolbox, my primitive toolbox here. So yes, there is one, and don't think that's an odd question because there's a Blackbird Designs that doesn't have, it only has 3 seasons. So that does happen sometimes. Designers just decide they only want to showcase a certain, so that is a valid and normal question for somebody who's thinking, well, that's an odd question. It's not really. Catherine sent me this taunt that her brother looks like Vin Diesel. Catherine's gonna find me at all her family reunions. I'm moving in. I'm coming to stay. Especially if I don't end up drowning James Williams in that pool out there. I'm coming up there to your place. So, lucky Catherine. You know, you could have like an ugly mean brother, and her brother looks like Vin Diesel. I mean, dang. Elizabeth asked about what count my Be Virtues here is on, and I believe it's a needle bling out of one of the Just Cross stitches. I was gonna flip through this week and try to find it, and I forgot. It's on 14 count Ada. It's just some kind of blue Ada that I had in my stash from way back when. I think I stitched it in maybe, oh, I can't see it from here, but I think like 2016 or so. So, but it's just blue Ada, plain blue Ada, 14 count. Dana says the Garment of God sampler is in the October 2016 Just Cross Stitch, and it is beautiful. Amber, ask where do I get my board cut? I've had it done at Michael's. I've had it done at Hobby Lobby before. Anywhere that frames, if they have somebody in the frame department while you're there, will normally cut it. Like I said, it's cheap, super cheap. I think they cut me both of those pieces for like $4. So that's very affordable. And I'll try to throw together a little tutorial on how I finish out with the Aleene's glue instead. I'll try to get that together. And, I got something to tell Jenny. And about flipping, mirroring the image. I can't show you on my phone because I use my phone to film. But on my Remember Me, there was a little pine bough up at the front end that the little cardinal's sitting on. And I just flipped it. Well, I just did it in my brain, but you can do it on your phone. So you're gonna take a picture of the image if you wanna flip it. So take a picture of it if you have an iPhone. I don't have a Samsung anymore, or I'd look, but I have only an iPhone now. You take a picture and then you go to edit. And then you go to where the little squares are with the arrows that are for crop and rotate. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Go to that. In the upper right-hand corner after that, there should be a little icon. And y'all gonna laugh. I don't know what it's called. It looks like a split volcano. Okay, it looks like. It looks kind of like this. It looks like a split volcano, okay? And that's the one you're going to use to flip it like this. And so try that. If you have any problems, holler back, but that should flip it in your phone. So you can take a picture of your pattern if you need to flip something for the other end and do those steps. So you're going to take the picture, you're going to go to edit, you're going to go to crop or rotate, which is the little square with the arrow things, and then go to the upper right hand corner and that little split volcano will be there. Looks a volcano with a lava tube showing. I don't know. That's what came to my mind. But that's the icon you'll use to flip it. So if that doesn't work for you, holler back, Amber, and we'll get you fixed up. Colleen asked, did I lace Remember Me? No, I have laced some of my pieces. It's a pain in my butt. It just takes extra time. And none of my pieces I am not stitching anything for a museum, okay? My pieces are for my enjoyment. They aren't fancy, they aren't nice like that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They're not like that. And some people do stitch beautiful pieces like that. And some people just love lacing everything. It just, to me, is hard. And it is, I know people like it, and you can then keep adjusting because you've got those laces, and it's like lacing a corset, right? You can keep wiggling it around to just get it centered. I just do the same thing with my Aleene's glue, okay? So I didn't lace Remember Me. I have some laced pieces that I've laced. I just don't like doing it, so I don't. I probably, if I got better at it or if I knew more what I was doing, I just had to look at some directions way back in the day and try to, stumble my way through it like I do everything. And it was a bit of a pain in my butt. So I've done it a couple times, but I prefer to use the glue just because it's easier for me because I know what I'm doing. Janie asked about casting a spell video, and holy moly, I finally got all the pieces, Janie. I wanted a trim piece to put on top of the next box because I'd seen a picture of it. I told you, I think Carla Rowling has it on her Insta, and it is gorgeous. Well, I couldn't find a trim piece like that, and I went to 5 places. Finally, in Lowe's, I found a rope piece of trim that I'm gonna use, and James Williams said he will cut it for me. If not, I'll probably have to get my son-in-law to cut it for me, or my son, one of them will do it, but I'm so excited because I have all the pieces now. So yes, Jenny, it is finally coming because I finally found all the pieces, and the boxes for Casting and Spell are still at Hobby Lobby because I went in there looking for that trim piece. The box is from Hobby Lobby, and I wanted to be sure they still had them. And the trim piece, I used to see them at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. They would have that wood department, and you could get a piece of fancy wood trim out of there. I finally went to Lowe's and found this rope trim was the only I could find anywhere. So if you have like a woodwork shop around you or a cabinet place, you could probably go get them. You know, they probably have some in there. But I was just trying to find something that everybody could get. You know, everybody could get too. So, Jamie, I found all the pieces. Hallelujah. So now where it go? Houston, where it go? Sally says there is a conversion for the Welcome series, that there is a conversion for all the different silks and stuff for the Welcome series. I didn't know there was, so I just made up my own. But if everybody doesn't want to stumble through that, she says there is a conversion online for them. Patty said she bought the non-30th edition anniversary issue of the Wild Hedgerow Sampler book. I'll show it in a minute. But she said it has it in there too. Oh, and Janet Jabber, I want to tell you, I did get just a smackerel of watching done this week. That One Nation, girl, that thing is fabulous. I cannot wait. I love it. I love it. I love it. Can't wait to see you keep on working on it. Rebecca asked about how do I use the Aleene's. I'll do a little tutorial, but I just squirt it on the back. I mean, I put it on the front. See, this is where I'm going to put my quilt batting. I just put some on here and then just wipe it around with a damp paintbrush. Stick that quilt batting on there, put my stitch piece on there, and then flip it over, and then I put it here and here and stick them down, and then I put it here and here and stick them down. You are gonna have to tap your corners in a little bit to make them be kind of tight, but it's super easy. I mean, so easy. And y'all, please don't look at my fingernails. Oh my gosh, I was gonna change them this morning. This nail set is by Nail Street. It's called Philadelphia. Now it's called Chipadelphia because they look rough, and I meant to change them, and I am sorry. It's got paint on it from something I painted last night, and I couldn't get the paint off. Y'all see it in a minute. Oh Lord, sorry about that. Adrienne says she puts her dried pieces in the dryer. After she dyes them, she puts her dyed pieces in the dryer. Boy, that's a tongue twister. And instead of just hanging them out, she says she just chucks them in the dryer and she's never had a problem. And with thread, she dyes. Either one of those, she says, works out great. She also said that her cousin makes wine at their vineyard, and that there is a Modelo Negra, which is good. Which I thought Modelo was beer. I've had Modelo beer. I'm gonna have to look into this now. I love Modelo, and I think they make it dark, but maybe she's telling me that she likes that beer. Or maybe my writing is, once again, messing me over. Renita says that, and I meant to get a haul and get an order in this week. The Stitch Niche, which is my local LNS, and I will put it in the drop down, that they have 2 of the May Health and Peace sampler patterns in right now, and they have some more coming. So if you want May Health and Peace, I'll show it in a minute. They have some more coming. Vedette said, is my sister still speaking to me after I said she was ugly? Yes. Yes, because we only have each other. There's only the 2 of us. My parents gave us no backup plan. So if one of us gets hit by a bus, the other one's just SOL because we got no backup plan. There's only 2. So we have to speak to each other no matter what. We really haven't ever had any big blow-ups, I don't think, but maybe one time. Even when we were kids, it would be real short. But she knows she was ugly, Vedette. She was. She'll tell you straight up, oh Lord, I was ugly. She was ugly. So, God love it. She's beautiful now. You can go look her up. She's just a small town yogi on Instagram. She has beautiful photos all the time of the farm and them and the kids and her doing yoga and everything. So just a small town yogi on Instagram if you want to just look at some beautiful things and see that my sister is beautiful now, but she wasn't then. She was an ugly little thing. So she still speaks to me because, you know, we love each other and we just tell the truth. Now, whips. I have a lot of whips, but not tons of progress this week, or tons of progress for me, because I got down the rabbit hole. And I'm gonna have to get up to show you what this rabbit hole I got down. And this is where all y'all quilting people gonna go light a candle, sacrifice a chicken or something, because y'all gonna be like, Lord have mercy. I did get down my rabbit hole. So here we go. I got to go back here to get these up. They're way back here. Way back here, way back here. Okay. I should have put them up here. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, because they want to fall off the edge and count me. That's why. This was my rabbit hole this week. And I did something wrong because my little spacing of my squares. I watched a couple of tutorials, and this is always my life. I watch a couple of tutorials, and then I just mishmash them all together and then think I can make it work. Obviously, I did something wrong because my little thingies, my little red squares I put in aren't kind of right. They're not everywhere. And maybe, I don't know, they should be in my brain. They should be one on at least every row, or maybe just one row occasionally. So to me, there's too many. So there was this one that I did, and this is a little jelly roll thing. I grabbed it Tuesday morning, I saw it, and I thought, you know what, I am jumping in with both feet. And then these red squares, I saw a thing and ordered off of Amazon and had them drop at my house because I seen I needed something else. We're gonna flat that guy right there. And then this is the other one. So it is, and this is just half. Half the jelly roll made these two little things. And I just wanted something to throw over my legs when I'm sitting in the chair, because James Williams be freezing me to death, and sometimes. So it was a hot mess to do this in my brain. It kind of worked, I guess, but I don't know. I wanted more red to show, but that's all right. I've got red to go around the edge. So that's gonna be my next thing. But this took up part of my time this week, was doing these two little lap quilt things like this. So we shall see, but I kept saying I was gonna do it. And so this week, since I had a little bit of extra time, I just said, you know what, go dog go. And I jumped in there and threw them in. So that took up part of my whip time this week. I did work a little bit on everything, but I did not get as much done as I like. So I guess we'll start in with the biggies first, because they take up the most room. Okay, I'm gonna slide you over there. My Health and Peace got just a little bit of love. And like I said, the Stitch and Itch in Arlington has 2 of these, and they're getting some more. Renita got in there. They're going back to online and on phone ordering only, because we're kind of shutting back down around up here. It is gorgeous. I love working on it, and it is gonna be huge. I did 28 count. A lot of the people did other things smaller, but I was afraid. So, and I didn't get it ironed, sorry Gary. And let me see if I can, oh, I did this the wrong way. See, I should have, I can't zoom in really because I've got the bottom of the thing here. I turned it the wrong this way because it fit better, but now I can't get any closer to y'all really, except just lean in. But I got this flower finished and got a little bit of this done here. Not a ton, like I said, my quilt sewing took up a whole lot of my time this week, and so that's my Health and Peace, my Miladys needle. I did the DMC conversion. It's on 28 count. I think it's a legacy linen, but I don't know which one. But I'm loving it. Then I have my Their Song. And here are my Their Song by Blackbird. And here are my threads for it. I didn't have the called for, so I just used what I had. It was close. I'm gonna pitch that over there. Pitch that. All the things. Lord have mercy. Because I made myself get some things going this week, so I've got a bunch of junk here. And this is my Their Song. So I got my year done, got some of this done, bird finished, and this started, I think that was about where I was at last week. But I do love this piece. It's just a couple of colors. And this is a 28 count April Brown Bendy linen. and I did figure out what I did. I marked my place to start, and then I must have laid it down and come back and see I should have turned it the other way. It should be going this way instead of this way. So it's fine. I can always sew some more on the bottom. Y'all know I don't have to have a lot of edge. I can always make it work. So I am loving this guy though. He is gorgeous and fun, and I am so happy that he's coming right along. Y'all know I love my birds, and I have blackbirds in the backyard, and they make me super duper happy. Now let me pull 10 tons of junk over here. I think I can get in closer now to push these stools around. Okay, then I am just the exact opposite of Laura. She be loving to start, and I don't. I don't be loving to start. I don't like starting things. I don't know why. I like stitching on things. I don't like kitting things up. I just don't. I know that's crazy and weird. But, so I thought, you know what, while I had a couple of seconds this week, the girls weren't here as much, I was gonna go ahead and gather things up and get it going, pick out my threads and stuff so I could just go. So that's where I'm at. And this is Waxing Moon Designs Patriotic House Trio. And this is one that Ann and Nikki were sweet enough to send me. I love it. It's one I was thinking about buying, and they sent it, so I'm stitching it, and then it will be a share. I didn't have the called for colors, so I just did some myself. Mine are always in an ugly knot, but they're so pretty. I love patriotic colors, y'all know that, and it is just super fun stitch. And so I just have a little bitty start on it, but it will, there we go, it goes like this. So there is just the middle house is it, and I'm just doing them all in a row. So I'm gonna do like 1, 2, 3, like this. And they will all be on one piece connected to each other like a little street, like this. So I just got a very small start on here, and it's just on 28 count tea-dyed Monaco. I get it from Down Sunshine Lane. She usually has it, and it's a good weight for me. It's not floppy. Floppy is, I don't like stitching on floppy so much because I stitch in hand. So floppy kind of gets on my nerve. And then I have the Summer ABCs by Little House. And I told you I was gonna have to change this up a lot because it's a lot of pink and stuff, and that's not my summer. That is not my summer. So let me dig it out here. I got it in, it is in my beautiful windy bag. That thing is so gorgeous. I am so in love with these bags. And I've got a couple of I've got it and my Waxing Moon in here together. I love it. I'll link her because those bags are fabulous. And then here is, I should have done this. Maybe this will be the other one. I'm gonna change some of the words. I don't think about apples in the summertime. Maybe if somewhere else y'all do. We don't have apples in the summertime down here really. And so, but we have a lot of blooms. So I'm leaving not apples, and I'll just put flowers up there. I'll just make up some flowers and put them up there. And then go C, D, E. So I've got A, B, C, D, E. And I just did my own colors since I'm not using most of those. So I've got, let's see. And I'm probably gonna add an orange in here. I think I need an orange for like a zinnia bloom. Like this. So I'm going to change out I know for sure, see the apples, I'm gonna change out. Fireflies, I will probably change out and put a flag in there. And the lemonade, I will probably change and put in something about the lake. So that's probably how I'll change it up to suit me. I like changing patterns up so that they mean more to me than just whatever. I don't think designers care. I think they want you to love their patterns and use them and do what you want to make you like them more. So I think they're probably okay with that. I may be wrong. If so, y'all designer people, let me know. And I'll have to do something else because I don't think I can stop myself from switching them up. This is Land of the Free by Little House. It is the last of the trio that came as a thread pack. I know a couple of y'all were looking for them. I think Beach Cottage Stitchers had some. And I can't remember where else I found it. It looked like they had a few. They may not anymore, but they come with the threads to do them, which I don't know what I did with. Here they are. So it comes with like the four colors you need. So on all these I've used the called for colors because it came with the pattern and it was already there, ready to go. And I like these colors. These are fine colors for me. So very, very pretty. And I've got this much done on it. So that's Land of the Free by Little House. So as you see, I made myself just kind of get going with all my works and get a bunch going. That way I can just pick it up and start working on it. I have one more that I got started on this week. Well, I've got a big pile over here. Like I said, I don't usually have, don't like having a lot of things, but I don't like starting things. So then the other pattern that Danita sent me was Old Glory. And it is so cute by Little House. It's adorable. So, so cute. And I had got a long time ago, she sent me these silks here, right? These came with it. And a long, long time ago, I had bought this thing at, does it say where? I think Michael's on clearance. I think that's a Michael's sticker, but it was $9.97. It comes with that pattern, and then the bottom is full of little half skeins of silks. And I've never used it. And I thought, you know what? Get that thing out. And then I have a red from Smurfette Stitches. You know, she's my friend Niecielynn. If y'all haven't watched her Flosstube, she has got an acorn piece going and a band sampler going. Several things going that are out of this world. She doesn't get to post like super regular. She has two littles and she works. And of course they've been in the house and everything for the quarantine and all. So it's been something else there too. But I thought, you know what? I'm just going to pull out some of those silks and I'm going to use my one from Smurfette and my blue from Danetta. And then I'm going to stitch up Old Glory on this, and this is 28 count Wren. Yeah, 28 count Wren. And I am loving it. I hope you're supposed to use 2 threads. I use 2 threads. I don't know if that's right or not. It goes through real smooth. It gives like real thick coverage. So maybe I was supposed to use 1. I don't know, I probably should have asked, but I'm loving the way it looks. I'm just using the ones I have caught that I had in my little box and that they sent me. And so this will be my friend piece. And I love that. I love that about it. And that'll make it extra, extra special. And I love this Wren. This is a beautiful color. This 28 count Wren is yellow and beige, and I don't know if that's coming through on there or not. It's really good, and the base is a grayish, because if it's a taupe, if it has any pink in it, I'm out. I don't like that pinky color in my stuff, in my paint or my anything. I'm just like so weird about that. I know. But since that's the only thing I'm worried about, it's okay. Since that's the only thing I'm worried about, that's all right. Yes. I do have some FFOs this week. I finally got, and I think I just whip stitched him up on the back, but Uncle Sam, my flag by Shepherd's Bush. And I thought for the first time I would completely fill him with walnut shells. But I had a hard time getting enough in there and then stitching him still back up. But he's still, I think I'm gonna have to, so I just left, the way I did this one was I just pieced it, I just sewed it together right here and then left a gap that I could whip stitch shut. And I've seen Vonda do this and several people do this before. That way I didn't cut it like I usually do. But see, it's not, I've got some space up here. After it's settled, it was tighter than this when I did it. And if I lay it flat and, you know, flat it out like this, it's still full like this. So in theory, I could probably just stand it and be fine. But I think I may split that thread right there and try to add a little bit more. But Gio sent me the adorable buttons for it there. And I got the buttons on him. And he's so dang cute. And then this was my first attempt at piecing. So y'all yuck it up, because look what happened right there. Holy moly. I probably should have put a button or something right there. I may still, or I may not, because I just made it own the fact that that's redunculous right there at the bottom. But it was just some scraps that I just grabbed and stuck together, because remember I was really close to the edge up here. And so I just added this piece on. It works. It works on there. So, and he needs some blue chenille trim. So I got to get, I think he needs navy chenille trim around his edge. So I'm gonna get me some navy chenille trim to put on him. But he is so, so cute. And thank you, Gio, for those buttons. They are so dang cute on there. It really does make it. It really makes it. And his little mustache and beard, he's a cutie. I am loving him. Love, love, loving him. So then I had finished Long May She Wave last week. Yeah, I finished this one last week. Long May She Wave by Little House. And I'm working on Home of the Brave, right? Yeah. No, Land of the Free. I finished. I FFO'd. And I stitched and FFO'd Home of the Brave this week. So here is Home of the Brave by Little House Needleworks. And it is, the pattern is here somewhere, I promise. It's one of those thread pack ones that came with threads in it. So it's Home of the Brave by Little House. Of course, I changed this to 2020. It says 2015 up there. So I did 2020, and then I took out 3 of these little X's and just tiny, put my initials in there, DLW in small case. And then here is all the colors, beautiful colors. I think this is Old Blue Jean, which I love. And Lynette over at Homesteading on the Homefront asked about this fabric, and it is old, evidently. Yay. Because it used to be near her where they made it. It is the best fabric. And then I picked up another piece of fabric that I had in my stash to work with it this week. And I thought, this is such nice fabric. Guess what? It said Cranston and Printworks on it also. So she's checking, she thinks they still, in a couple of towns over from her, have where you can get it. So then I did it like this. And I'm gonna have to stand up and show you this. So I had these 2, and this was my idea, and to display. So I have my one that's not finished yet, and I'll have to center these, gotta stick them up under there. So, and he probably needs a little bit more staining on the board, but the last one will be down here, and then I can just prop it up on here. And these are just those little, I think they're $1.50 at Michael's, I think Joann's, I think everywhere has them. But they have a little, they're like this, and they're just naked, like this on the back. And they come with that little stick if you want to, you know, set them up like a little easel. And then I just used my craft sticks and stuck them all together. Now you could use magnets and make it where you could put 2 together or 3 together, but they're just $1.50. I don't care. I'll stick this thing in the back of the closet for when I need it. But I just put some Georgia clay and sand and thinned it out and then wiped it off yesterday, and it still needs a little bit more down in the cracks some. But it's okay for now, and then I got, like I said, scoot these over. But that was super fun to finish out, and that's gonna be, that turned out just like I wanted it to. So yay for that. Yay for something when it works. Hallelujah. Okay, now, what else we got over here? Lord have mercy, y'all. I got all the mess. That box over there. Okay, wanted to also talk about what I had left that I did not start yet, that I would love to get finished, because y'all know I'll leave out my Patriotic stitching until Labor Day. And that's when I'll switch everything over. So to Labor Day, I'll leave my Patriotic out all summer. I love it. So I had these that this was my plans to do this summer to get done. And these two got sent to me by Patience, I think, sent me these. And I wanted to get it stitched and I haven't yet. So I would still love to get Heartstring Samplery, this one, Land of Liberty, Sweet Land of Liberty done. And this week I'm going to do at least this little guy. I don't know if I'll stitch her. I may just stitch her words on a little pillow and then this little pillow. And I love the way, I have some of this red blue trim. I love the way they did this in here. So I may try to do that on a little pillow because that's like super cute. So I wanted to get those done. I want to touch my face. Don't call the police. I wanted to get, I'm gonna have to flap that down really so you can't see it maybe. Yeah. The Tree of Life samplings. Oh no, why do I do it this way, Dodo? Yeah. Good grief. I have not got this one done yet. So this is on my, I want to get it done before, and I may not, now this one, these two I know will not get finished. This is Liberty Sampler by, I think it's City Stitcher, the City Stitcher. I stinking love this. I think Lisa the Kindred Stitcher may have started this in her mania. I'm not sure. I would love to get this one done. There's no way I will get it done. I'm hoping to get it started so that I can just at least start it, then I can pick it up and work on it, because y'all know, I'm telling y'all I hate to start things. And Liberty Lane. These are the things the ones that I wanted to get done this run that I didn't get them finished or started even. So hopefully I will get those going. Fingers crossed. And then I'll get more of them finished maybe, but I would love to at least get those going so I can keep working on them. Then my Wild Hedgerow, I'll talk a little bit about it real quick. Oh, Mimi was looking at it and Mama pulled my deal out. Hold on. Oh, Mimi and the girls were looking at it. Here we go. This is the Wild Hedgerow Samplers, the Sal. Probably won't start till the middle of July or maybe August, depending on when everything gets going. There's the card that was supposed to be holding it in place. It is in the Cross Stitch Antique Style Samplers by Jane Greenoff. And which one of y'all bought the other one? Patty said she bought the one that's not the 30th. See, mine has this 30th edition here, anniversary one. Hers isn't, and she said it still has it in here. So this is this one, and this is the one this is what I'm going to do mine on. I just about have made up my mind. I thought I might do it on something smaller, but this fabric is so pretty. I may contact her and see, but anyway, this is Be Stitch Me Toast. And it's not showing up near as pretty. Maybe that's closer. Okay. This is a gorgeous piece of fabric. It's 25 count, I think is what the picture calls for. I think I will do it on 28. I may even switch to a 32 and see if I can get her to do me a piece of 32 in this toast. But this toast is so pretty. And I think it'll be really pretty with that sampler behind it. I love it. So that is my Wild Hedgerow plans. And I'm thinking of doing mine all in sulkies, just for fun. And also because there's a lot of little thread switching. And I think if I used a variegated sulky, or any variegated thread, I just may do my sulkies just because. You won't have to do all the confetti stitching. You can just do the variegated in those parts. So we'll see. I don't know. That may or may not work. but that's where my brain's headed anyway. The share last week was supposed to be Welcome Summer. So this week we will have 3 shares because it's July 3rd, so we'll do 3 shares. Welcome Summer by the Drawn Thread. Be Brave, which I already have stitched over there in the little, he's in gray Ada right there. Be Brave by Shepherd's Bush, and then Home of the Brave by Little House. So if you're interested in getting this share, what can we use words that won't be easy for everybody to confuse? In this one, if you want to stitch Welcome Summer, use the word watermelon. If you want to stitch Little House, Home of the Brave, use the word home. And if you want to stitch, Be Brave by Shepherd's Bush, use the word, I'm trying to think, flag. Use the word flag, because there isn't one in the Little House piece, doesn't have one. So flag for Shepherd's Bush, home for the Little House, and watermelon for the Drawn Thread Welcome Summer. So there'll be 3 shares this week because I have those that I've already stitched and are done. And it's July 3rd, so we'll do 3 for 3 and get those going. So let me write those words down before I forget, so I'll know what the keyword is. Watermelon, home, and flag. Okay, we're at 47. Ooh. I don't know if I can figure out how to turn y'all around so y'all can see me. I guess I can just carry you like this. And we'll walk outside and see if I don't make everybody sick. Y'all can see a big mess going through here as we're trying to get out the door here. I want to show y'all all my big hot mess out here. We're gonna go out on the patio here, and then I'm afraid if I hit the button, it's gonna catch y'all off, so we'll just go this way. Look at, can y'all see? There's all the girls' playhouse, which is over there in tatters, was over here on the porch. You see where it busted pots open. Kimmy's little gecko that lives in one of the planters here, he is upside down. It knocked all these over. This chair with this cushion was in the pool. All my neighbors had a storage building out there. It's out there, which don't look at that, needs to be. But it didn't hit those. It was really crazy because it didn't hit those bird feeders that are on that at all. Oh, look, we're fixing to go over and look at this umbrella. It's just shredded. Right here, look at that guy. It shredded him to pieces. That one you can see from over here is completely bent. I got to pull him out and get him in the trash. It knocked all my bird feeders down out there. I got to go see if they're broken. There's a tree down at the back there. So we didn't do as bad as some people. Some people got a lot more damage than we did. But oh, and I forgot to say I put my eyelashes on to try to cheer me up today and make me feel better about this hot mess and the rough week I had. So, but yeah, it didn't look. The hanging planters are still hanging there. That's kooky. I mean, it moved the little girl's house. I mean, that water table. I mean, you can see it dumped that planter over there. All this is normally picked up. It's like a hot mess up here. But then I had to pick up all this stuff on the table. Was like all their things were scattered everywhere. It's like craziness out here. But it didn't move these 2 pillows. But it threw one of the chairs in the pool. And there's Mimi's car over there. I got to get rid of my car that Mimi was driving. Over there, it's got to go. Oh, the girls' little trampolines over there. It shredded it, moved their little chairs around. I don't know. It's strange. but I just kind of picked up little bits of it. But a lot of the people in the neighborhood had a lot more tree damage. There's still trees down and everything. So it was like kooky times around here. We'd gone to town and came back to that holy moly mess. So I went long today, but I'm fixing to get out of here and go get Mimi. I hope y'all have a great holiday and a great weekend. And thank y'all again for hanging out with me and for being my stitching friends and sisters. Have a really, really, really good weekend. Bye.